this dream. I had this dream. I just dreamed it now. I was just dreaming now. An unbelievable dream, you know. Okay, so I just tell my dream. The way it just happened because very briefly I am again in Bludenz, like the little place I'm coming from, and I see that house. Precisely. Yeah. That's already too much. Anyhow, I see all these people going in with inflatables, with little objects coming up those small house, which already takes me the breath, makes me already cry. Anyhow, I go up. That's just a dream. I can barely talk. Just from a dream, sorry. So everybody held an object. They woke up within the house. I took them all into the house. I took them into the house. The house exists, but it's obviously not theirs, sold. Anyhow, they walk all up. There are adults now. Walk all up. Everybody walks up the house. In Bludenz, where I grew up. Go up all to the top. And then I asked them, I want to film them throwing something out, but something very soft. Something very soft, and I want to film it. And that brings me right away to the brings me around. Oh, that brings me into a new crisis, which is now, in fact, is a new crisis. But just people kill each other, or are killed, or are basically falling. Again, I have no intention to fall. I have zero intention to die. I have zero intention to kill. I have zero intention to be killed. But I wanna talk, I wanna film. And in that dream, I was up, and then I had a lot of stress because what do I do with all these people now? Is my film ready? How do I film it? Should I film it from above? Should I film it from below? And how do I film this shit? How? And now, so many times, you cry again. I sit there, square one, don't know what to do. Why? Have things flying. How do you do that? Of course, it's so easy to throw something out of the window. I did. I had some of my most interesting works as an artist. Right away, what do? You film about something flying, no? That was his work with, for example, all these hermes scarves, which I collected over all these years. I love silk. I love silk. I love how it falls, how it flies. I filmed it when my first, again, I'm sorry, I have a daughter. When Isadora was actually, what? Baby. It's just called Isadora. No, it's not called Isadora. It's called Isadora or something like that. Anyway, my daughter, she's now 10. Where is she? Not seen for 5 years. Taken away. Taken away. Sitting here, talking to cousins. Talking to myself. Trying to figure it out, how to get out of this fucking hole, this fucking place, this fucking position, how to survive. Because precisely a year and 2 or 3 months ago, I could have been fallen, I could have been wiped off the earth. Les damnés de la terre. Gone. Condemned. To what? The tune of a rhetoric of a president, a tune of a rhetoric of a president. When, you know what I mean, 47's gone. Well done, gone. Trump gone. Yet. I don't think much has changed. So one more time. First thing in the morning, go and shit. I did. Press all the shit out of your stomach. I did. Yet. Yet I could fall every day one more time. Again, I have no intention to do it, but I talk of those who fall left and right. Because that's the house of the dream where my mother did not jump, but was death on arrival, where she was actually what? Where she was actually put on volume all lifelong till the day she actually jumped. And then I was what? Well, my brother jumped first, but he didn't jump, he was just killed. Oh yeah. that happens by an alcoholic driver. Yeah, well, that happens when you're 12. When I was 12, he was run death. On what? By a fucking careless, what? Drunk driver while he was on a scooter. And that is why I'm relatively careful with anything that is electric, that is fast, that is scooter, why I only use bicycles. And yeah, I got a piece of hardware that is now also going fast. But at least doesn't go as fast as my brothers went. That's why I'm always having a helmet. I watch my head. I try to watch my head. Not the other day. I think I had a helmet on as well, but it did not help that helmet, that's for sure. I was beaten off my bicycle by a skateboard swinging guy. I could have been dead. Not funny at all. And then forget about all the shit, because who wants to hear it? Now I go downtown. I'd rather go downtown, no, because after all there are galleries. Anyway, that was a film I showed. That was shown around the world in nice places, including the was it at the Pompidou? No, it was at the other place, also not bad, where you have a lot of events in Paris. One of those state events where you have like the accumulation of all the fascist architecture, which obviously is not supposed to be fascist because it's France. And I could now endlessly talk about fascism and architecture in France because I actually studied there. Tell people one more time, since 85, what I did over there, and run down stupid histories. They're not stupid, they're real. Yet, where do I find myself? Again, while I talk to you right now, square one. Square one. That's a fact. Just discarded from any gallery, from anybody who wants work to, I mean anybody, even my students now, who are now big dealers, just give me money, so send it back. Oh yeah, they're sending the work back. All my artwork just worthless. That's what it means, basically. And then I have to prove that I'm even an artist, that I was even at where the biennials and Venice and quite a bit, sometimes really. Even as recently as last year, MoMA, PS1, nonetheless, with big paintings. And what do I do now, man? I sit here and try to rush even a painting about somebody who just does American history. I just thinks he needs to go into what? Into a supermarket and gunned down 8 people, which I call loco. Definitely insane. Definitely insane. They call it suicide by cop. But then he did not manage to have even the guts to thankfully not even shoot a cop. He just killed himself. Wow. That is shit. Square one. Makes the news. He didn't wanna. Now, how often did I have that moment where I stand there hitchhiking in desperation, where I want to just die, where I want to just die, and where I was worse shit, where they harass me, because sexual harassment is fucking real. As a hitchhiker in Austria, what the fuck? In Austria, I mean, when you're born at the Swiss border, you're not in Austria. You're everywhere. You're in England, and I was with the punks. Then I was very early on, believe me, that one. 77, I was there, definitely. 74 or 75, 75, I would say, 75 first time. 75, 76, what's the matter? For sure. Definitely. And yeah, then you feel guilty about stuff, or you don't give a shit. And I was, needless to say, always both guilty and didn't give a shit. Hence, stand there, just randomly listen to people, hear people out, get promises, and camp out. Literally camp. Camp. Whatever that word means, and it has meaning. It has meaning, it does. Then I have asthma on top of it, of course. I have it, believe it or not, even if it doesn't necessarily appear to be not always true, depends on how well I sleep. In fact, I was dreaming. I told you I just tell a dream. I wake up and the actual dream is very short. I see a shrink all my life, all the time, 3 times a week, an analyst. She's not too happy recently. They're not really concentrated, not really focused. Why? Because shit is promised to me, withheld. And then my best friend, do what beats Bitcoins. Last text I got in by my friend, and at least he talks to me, that his Bitcoin, whatever account, went down by 11%, as if I would give a shit. Because it just doesn't affect me a single bit. In fact, I'm happy. Why am I happy that this shit goes down by 11%? Because the volume he has, he sees large numbers of money go down. Eventually it will go up again, that's what he says, because he was advocating everybody like crazy. Like even me, who has no money. He says, why don't you buy now Bitcoin? 11%, it's gonna go up again. So he saves his ass. And I just told him, man, you were the guy who showed me last time. You talk to me. I could be your Bitcoin manager here. Because I make all this fucking artwork and had it hanging out of the gallery one more time because I remember constantly, I dream constantly about falling shit and how I'm scared, about scarves and I recreate it, and about family history and I tell it everybody. And the older I grow, the less justice I get, the less I can play, the more lonely I am, that I just go in the street and talk to strangers. Yeah. And now with COVID, making just films, call them Rain or Ganal, COVID man, COVID woman, that's a hashtag. Yeah. How long is this film already? Oh my God, 21 minutes. Can't even believe it. Now I speak slowly because then at least everybody understands it. My children one day should see that shit. They should see how it feels when they are taken away. No, 13 years. Just taken away. And they could model, they could organize, they could help me, we could have fun. No matter what, no, I mean, independent of what the fuck are these Czech Republic lunatics thinking when I hear even the news that their country one more time was ripped by international politics, you know. That's not even so long ago. In fact, I remember that incident. And then each time when I was there the last time too, the Russians tried to fuck with them somehow. Or if not, it's another little international crisis. And Obama came in when Isadora happened. Was she? No. And then Edgar happened. Was he? And then there is obviously basically I'm a Democrat. But then the policy by him is straight the same, slightly better, definitely better. Bring in more migrants, more people. They're definitely needed to fill the jobs the country. Amazing fucking America. And I just was too late with the stupid painting on Governor Cuomo, and obviously I love my paintings. They're just rolled up. Useless again, no? One more time. And then random people talk me up and know me, and that happened yesterday. One of the most amazing Austrian gentlemen. I love him already. Even so, my memory goes back to when I think we went to see him, we met him, we went to see him in relationship to fashion, in relationship to Vogue or to the Biennial. Maybe I met him at the Venice Biennial when I was there, 99, or it was... Anyway, met a couple of times. Anyway, very Austrian. Very, very sweet. very, very promising. Maybe that was recently when there was the Met happening event. I mean, there were like a bunch of photographers for one of those Met Gala openings. Maybe I met him there at the Met Gala, whatever, preview of fashion, because the actual event, forget about it. I mean, of course, forget about it, yet he was, in a way, there. I mean, that brings me to the small gallery. He was there. He said he was there, or he didn't go, or he was there. I think he was there, he recognized me. And was it true or not that the little gallery I worked with, just Kai, that little gallery I worked with, was there or not? Who cares? And then Rudy, you remember that one? But then guess what? Definitely overlapping that friend of mine who Siggy Hover, there for sure we met. For sure we met there. For sure we met there, and that was also slightly weird. And what is true, what is not true? I think this is all true, and yet some of the shit is weirdly interwoven, overlapped, namely the brother of obviously the brother of an Austrian designer called Helmut Lang. Yet that brings me to Japanland, all the way down to Austria, where I might have met him too, where he worked for the shop in Austria of his brother, Helmut Lang. When he opened up, I was there, but that gets me really into old days, namely AIDS days. So, gentleman who you see on Instagram, IG, who I kiss, I forgot to even ask how his status is. He is on all the drugs, he does yoga, he's a survivor on all those special AIDS drugs. He survives a pandemic. So I just go out to Chelsea, and right away I'm there. Then we met somebody just from the street, supposedly a big actor. He has the contacts and for a street show. And then I already have a street show because I have it ready. In fact, over the pandemic, every week make a piece, and I did it. I lost friends over that. In fact, when is my pandemic ever over, or when did it ever start? Did it start with what? With Isadora was already in crisis mode, I remember. But at least Peter, who works now for Daniel Buchholz, he knows me, he's nice and no problem. Very nice, he's very stable, gets a job there, gets a lot of money. Nice, yeah. Now, well, I mean, can I just be this or that? I mean, should I now tell I have no kids? And yeah, I mean, like, I do have Edgar on top of it. My first son, in fact. At one more time, his birth date is, you know what I mean, at least a bit earlier. He's turning in July. When? He's obviously turning in July. You know, basically 13, yeah, teenager. So how long? Each time I tell them the same shit, that their mother lied. Each time there is a conversation, each time my shrink, you know, Mildred, all the time talking to you, she says, well, you have me, you should focus, you have me to talk. Don't talk to him. That gives me even more asthma. You have me, don't speak bad about the mother. And as you can see here, I don't speak bad about the mother. Yet I have to say she's the best mother for the kids. Yeah, she tries very hard on them. Yeah. But then, I mean, it's a fact that we can't just meet or just call or just go out and have a little bit of fun. I mean, I would take them. I would go with them bicycle. I would take them to even a restaurant or another fucking pizza place. By the time, maybe if I get them to see once a week, going to a nicer place. If I see them 3 times a week, which would be just so fabulous as fucking hell. 3 times a week, that's enough, yeah. She's the best mother over there. But why don't I even get 3 times a week? Why? I mean, why did I have to speak about all these lawyers, you know, and scratch myself and lie on this little bit and listen to stories about people who, you know, whose bed got so reduced, you know. In fact, look how damn small that is and how amazingly, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you get the point. That means I'm still nervous. I still scratch on the stupid bed because I still fight for my survival. And what the fuck am I fighting for, really? I think I do. I can't just give up. And then they say, well, we can just show it, you know. Stupid painting. Governor Como is now a man and his sexual harassment. And a little bit of publicity would have helped. That's just a fact. Now I need him because write letters about internment against my wish. Yeah, it's going nowhere. I see. There's gonna be a letter coming back, and then what? What? This is gonna be his response, and that's it? Or something like that. Write letters, haha. It's like I told him, it's the equivalent of what? It's the equivalent of having an AIDS crisis, like we have now a COVID crisis. Everybody wants to help. Yeah, but I mean, am I fighting now for COVID victims? Yes. Or am I fighting now on my own behalf? No, that doesn't fly at all. You can't do that. Because obviously everybody says no, clearly, they say clearly. Well, wait a bit, and there will be no COVID, and then people have even less understanding for me just in the street talking to everybody, and we know that the arts do well already for those who work. So I am obviously, wow, great, fantastic, get a minute at the fruit stand, get a minute at the pizza, get a pizza for free. But there's nothing for free, really. It's actually, even that is kind of painful to go there. To shut up people and just meet them even in galleries and burn and waste your memory, your ammunition, or what? I mean, can you even tell people they don't want to hear about the shit because forget about it. And then why anybody who looks into me immediately understands, well, the fucker shuts better up. Fucker. It's bad English. The guy is better quiet. Yeah. So I go to see the courts. And needless to say, there is not at all a solution in a session of a court. So it's going to be much longer, much uglier for quite a bit. I don't even know how long. And I try to save my ass, at least as an artist, and then I could just go on with my dream and remind my friend, why did he not, why so wealthy, so credit card wealthy? I mean, he just could have, and all the bitcoins and all the investment he has. And I'm talking about a particular friend, the last one I talked to from the MX gallery. Why did he not just pay this little fee himself one more time? Fucked over, and that cost me a lot of nerves, a lot of useless costs, and let's see whether I can catch up on them. But I so far have no lust, no, absolutely zero. Look at this, airplane takes off. The world is more normal than it looks. Taking off, obviously, took off with a few setbacks, of course. And not 10 more businesses, in fact, less than before. Decline, it's called. I belong to the losers in this COVID era. Not more, because that's what I hear on the radio. All the time, stories of success. Very stressful when you are trying just to stay afloat and talk about your own dreams, because she says, Mildred says, focus. And you sound like, that's what she said the last time I could not record it. I can just re-narrate it while I talk about the dream. Because in the dream, it's pretty obvious what I dream about. Falling, works about falling, so many, my children. What's the essence? My children, my art, my money. I mean, let's just mention it. I need to pay for all this shit because yesterday I was identified right away correctly by my stupid outfit, and it's kind of correct. Even though it's now so fucking dirty that I don't even give a shit anymore. And then the most disgusting guy, white, who looked really like a homeless, like he was beaten up. He was so nice to tell me that I stink because I just decided to go. I don't give a shit. Just 3 coats on top of one because it's still cold, and how many showers can I take, and why should I even shower just so some fascist can, angry man, angry white man he was, all the others didn't even say anything, and some even were all over me with promises, and yeah, don't even talk about the rest. And then meet people and then they have no time, and all you want is time and maybe a friend. Yeah, so obviously I know what to do. I don't even say anything. I could post about what I saw yesterday. Those amazing photographs about, don't even mention the name, it's an amazing name. Robert Mapplethorpe. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody who understands just the basics of the internet. So even if my children, am I already allowed to talk about sex to my children when it's so pretty much obvious? They don't even care anymore. They don't even say, are you over 18? And there's maybe sexually explicit stuff. It's just there, everything all in one. If there's a COVID outbreak, then they might send you. I want to see first somebody who was saying, oh God, I was there, I had COVID. Of course not. It's not happening, and then now is soon. So many people that you need it anyhow. There's a constant stream of gallery goers already. The galleries are already near capacity. In fact, they can handle more, but that's the English model of basically hurting people through shows, because so much interest in art. And then that's so un-American, just let people queue up outside. That's what they do, and time tickets, maybe. Just figure out when the openings are. And go then, or go whenever you want to go, but there's so much to be seen here. And nobody can tell me this stuff is not selling when it's so difficult to produce, to hold, to store fine art. In fact, when it's such a pain in the ass to even make fine art. So alone, the material that goes into the shit is so damned. The storage costs are so high. It's, in my case, an entire life. And then they tell you it's worth shit. Or they tell you go to hell, okay? Or they tell you this or that. In fact, a dream. Where should I stage the film from upstairs, stuff falling down, or from downstairs falling up? Filming up and have people those balloons, those light things, tissues, kind of objects, bring some object and have it thrown from the window. I film it. I think I did that also. I should not do it again. I think I filmed some of my fashion falling. All the shit one more time. Go upstairs. Last night I didn't dare to go upstairs and fix the water. For whatever reason, I found it too scary to go upstairs. I was too tired or too annoyed. I didn't give a shit. But reality is so ekelhaft, so beinhart. Will I even be able to hold this shit here? Because if I lose this one, I will be really homeless. Then I go to a shelter too. But was this brother of Helmut Lang just in a shelter? Or was it in a loft he owes of his brother? Or I hope that's the case. He promises me that I can bring, just he makes a call. He knows everybody, haha, and points to places. That's a Salah Hadid house, actually, yes, I remember. I've been in that house, Salah Hadid, one of her houses where she actually lectured, where I met her, where I had a few laughs before she died of a heart attack, or was it maybe too much fun and overdoses? Or what the heck was it? She's at least dead. She died of stress, or what was it? Yeah, she was not that old, but very successful. Then he says, do you know Rudy Rondignoni, which lives, obviously everybody knows, next to my house? Rudy Rondignoni, Ugo Rondignoni, not Rudy Stingel. Rudy Stingel helped me, I cannot go back to him. Udo Rondignoni knows me, of course. I could go one more time, help me with a fashion show, not happening, help me with purchase of work, not happening. Worse shit, everything, not even invited to, I mean, he seemed to not even invited to the funeral of Sean, because Sean could have helped. Oh yeah, I heard that one before too. Sean knows me actually quite a bit. He knew me at least a bit. His ex-lover. Yeah, well, I was obviously outside that funeral. And the people who were inside, obviously, we know who they are. The architect and the monument, they understand also. I understand that they're all too busy with their own shit. It's already 50 minutes into NPR time. Let's make it now, bring it to an end. 50 minutes is nobody wants to hear that one. That was a dream by me, Rainer Canal, and obviously it's about falling. It's about children, it's about my life, it's about the Bludenz house gone. And that was all done correctly. Just people die 88 years and nothing. And that's it. So at least Edgar, one day you will see it, and your mother is the best there is, and yet she'll lie under oath. And I'm still in court, and hopefully I live another 55 years. That's what it is. I love everybody, obviously. Some more, some less. And that's it. Thank you. everybody.